Hello, guys. How are you? Hope you had a great week with your family and loved ones. Today, I'm going to be addressing the questions for this discussion. In discussion three, we look at how people talk about, think about, and perceive people with disabilities. One of the things we covered was the importance of language. I am going to share my thoughts about how language can impact a person with a disability to the point that it begins to affect their self concept, self esteem, and self identity. It may seem peculiar that there's still so much argument relating to giving an explicit definition to disability, even though so many years after different disability acts and laws have passed in order to protect individuals with disabilities. Marini, Grubergraf, and Mellington stated the World Health Organization defines disability as the consequences of impairment in terms of functional performance, while impairment refers to abnormalities of body structure and appearance with organ or system function resulting from any cause. Working with people with disabilities, I constantly view negative attitudes towards this population. In particular, there is an accurate belief that these individuals present a danger to society and increases the chances for these persons not to become fully accepted by society. Some stereotypes others who have a disability based on what they think and see, not what they know. When people look at someone who has a disability, they're already making an opinionated observation. It is not a good thing. However, it is common for a person to judge or based off a reaction that human beings just automatically have. That is where most stereotypes come from. Stereotyping is a form of prejudgment that is prevalent in today's society, as it was 1,000 years ago. Plenty of persons are not educated towards the subject of disability and start coming up with stereotypes such as individuals with disabilities are helpless, cannot be integrated into society, they are abnormal, and more. I feel that rehabilitation counselors need to advocate for their clients in order to eliminate certain negative stereotypes and misconceptions about individuals with disabilities. And this has become a tool to set aside and marginalize this population. Many human beings refer to those with disabilities as disabled or handicapped, blind person or the blind, deaf person or the deaf, retarded or the mentally retarded. As a professional opinion, individuals with disabilities prefer that you focus on their abilities, not the disability. It is also important to know how language can impact a person with a disability to the point that it begins to affect their self esteem or self identity. I feel that determining that a person that has a disability may not always be a simple process. For example, visible disabilities are evident through casual observations such as the use of a cane, a wheelchair, crutches, and other persons may have a hidden disability such as a hearing impairment, learning disability, cancer, diabetes, mental or seizure disorder. People first language is used to speak appropriately and respectfully about an individual with a disability. People first language emphasizes for the person first, not the disability. This is according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. For instance, at the Texas Workforce Commission Rehabilitation Services, we as counselors, when referring to a person with a disability, we have to identify the need and the disability of the client. We don't call it the autism man, instead we said the man with autism, or the blind woman, instead we refer as the woman who is blind. My classmate Shannon also noted similar observations about the stereotypes that are created surrounding individuals with disabilities. She mentioned that it's sad that there are so many people who are uneducated about disabilities and make quick judgments based off what they see without trying to understand the reality. She added that there also isn't a lot of awareness in the importance of person first language. Finally, Shannon thinks that one of our biggest roles as rehabilitation counselors will be to educate for our client, will be to advocate for our clients and to educate our communities. I feel that if the correct language is not appropriate use, this can affect confidence and self-esteem of people with disabilities to socialize with individuals because of the way people express the terms. The preferred language stresses the importance of individuals with disabilities and avoids discrimination. After all, individuals with disabilities have the same skills and intelligence that normal people also have. As noted before, educating ourselves as counselors, providing awareness to community, and advocating for our clients will remove barriers and promote equality to this population. Thank you, class, for listening to me, and see you again in the next discussion. Bye bye.